Today I wanted to introduce you to one of my clients, Fran.
Hi.
Now, we're going to have a bit of a conversation about Fran's experience in terms of her divorce coaching. The first question I wanted to ask you, Fran, is just give us a little bit of a background in terms of your scenario.
So it all started almost a couple of years ago, and I knew things weren't right, and my ex had moved out, and so I thought, I might need some professional help. But his name came up, and so I contacted her and told her my situation, and then a couple of weeks later the situation escalated, and thank goodness I had Bridget with me to hold my hand, and she basically helped me guide through my turbulent time. Basically, I was blindsided by my situation, so I had no direction, and it's something that happens to other people, but when it happens to yourself, it's like, whoa, your life is turned upside down. And Bridget was there to hold my hand, to guide me through it all.
Well, you're most welcome. So if you didn't have the divorce coaching, you didn't have me there guiding you in the direction in terms of avoiding the mistakes and the pitfalls, that many people make, what do you think your experience would have been like without that?
It would have been quite disastrous, because I wouldn't have been making informed decisions, because my emotions were all over the show. And having divorce coaching kept me grounded, and it helped me with my communication. It helped me take the right path. But definitely in the early stages, it was the communication side of things that really helped my situation.
So what are some of your tips for people who are thinking about separation or going through the process?
Definitely hire a divorce coach, because it's like Google Maps. You don't know what the road is ahead, and so you need some direction, and divorce coaching certainly helped me with reaching that destination. And I'm still far from it, but it definitely is helpful to have a divorce coach to steer me through the dark waters.
You're most welcome. I think what I really loved seeing in terms of Fran is that by the end of the process, she was quite a different person in terms of being really empowered and really educated in terms of her own separation. In the first instance, we see clients who are in obviously a very, very desperate state. And obviously Fran was one of those. And just to see, it's really like you're a flower that's bloomed, really, in terms of finding your identity and your purpose again, and being able to move forward, really positively. For you, I think that the road absolutely would have been treacherous, and it would have dragged out for years and years, and, the expense and the time and the effect on your emotional toll, but also all the other family members as well, would be insurmountable, really.
Definitely.
So what are your learnings about actually going through the divorce and separation process as a whole?
I think I've got a clearer picture, and especially dealing with different professionals like yourself, it's given me a bit of, I can see light at the end of the tunnel, because it's all new territory, and I've been educated quite a lot, especially through the legal process, but there's also the parenting side as well too. So that was really important, because I do have 2 children, and it's really important that the children are looked after as well too, and their well-being is really important, as well as my own well-being. And having this experience, it's really important to look after yourself as well too.
Because, looking after yourself, your well-being, your mental health gets affected majorly, and you really need your support team around you, don't you, to help you, whether that's a counsellor, a psychologist, obviously your divorce coach, a lawyer who is going to be collaborative and support you in terms of in that process, and others as well who may need to be involved. So tell us about your life now.
Well, I've definitely gained a lot of self-confidence, because during the tumultuous time, my self-esteem was at an all-time low, because I thought it was all my fault, and there's a lot of blame on myself. What if it was me, or but now I know that it wasn't, and so my self-esteem has improved, and it's about self-development and self-growth as well too. So I've got a new lease of life, and I'm doing things that I enjoy doing, new hobbies, new interests. So it's really neat that I'm heading down that path.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of the team at Exes, we have really loved working with you. It's been a real privilege, and we're just so pleased that you have been able to move on positively, and life is just couldn't be better for you, could it?
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for the whole experience.